First snowfall of 2019 using the Ego Snowblower as last year. Having a little more trouble this year because this is some pretty heavy snow. It's taken me 2 charges of my 5 amp hour batteries to do this much. And I still haven't finished clearing the driveway. It's 250 feet long. I've cleared enough at this point using 2 5 amp hour charges to clear enough to drive out 1 car. And it's because it's a little deeper than it was last year and heavier, denser. The 2 foot by 2 foot square spot produced that much snow. We'll weigh it next. With snow as heavy and dense as that, we're going to have to use the old bump and grind method to get the snow blown. You'll see it's just 6 inches high, but at this density, you just can't keep going. It can't keep up with it. So I'll demonstrate just a little bit of that. Slow going, but a lot easier on the back, I'll tell you that. We got another 12 inches of snow last night on our 250 foot driveway. This brings us to a total of 20 at this point in this first snowfall. I found it interesting to go to a little extra trouble and measure not just the height of the snow, but the density, because that's really the measure of how much work the Ego must do to remove the snow. So dig out a 2 foot by 2 foot section, dump it in buckets, weigh it. Turns out that the last 12 inches of snow last night clocks in at 5¼ pounds per square foot. And with that kind of a number, I can compare it with, let's say, yesterday's snow, which was only 8 inches, but it was denser. It was 6¼ pounds per square foot. So having done that, I expected that the blowing might be a little bit easier today than it was yesterday, even though it is 12 inches thick. And I did find with this extra depth, I needed to modify the technique a little bit. Of course, it's too deep just to push it through continuously, not enough power there to handle that. So what I would do is lower the handle, raise the angle of the blower, take off the first half, back it up, lower it down, raise the handle, lower the machine down, push it again to get the rest. So this 250 foot channel you see here was done in that manner: up, back, down, back, up, back, down, back, about a foot a time. So that does turn into a bit of a workout, but it's much, much easier on your back, of course. Now let's head down to that blower at the end of the 250 foot driveway and finish it off. Just going to walk you right down through this channel here and get a sense for depth. The snowfall itself was 12 inches. As you can see, there are sections that are a bit higher due to drifting on the left-hand side. And now here we can see there's a lot of drifting, plus this street plow piled it up. So we're approaching 20 inches deep here. So down at the end of the driveway, going to demonstrate some of that back and forth technique I mentioned. Down here with the drifting, it's a bit steep, deeper. See here, the high side is at 21 inches. The low side is at 16 inches. So let's see what the Ego can do. We made it through. I got to carve another 2 or 3 more of these to get the car out. At this point, I've taken 2 passes down the 250-foot driveway, the width of about 40 inches. So that gives a total square footage of about 840, and at 5.25 pounds per square foot, that means these 2 5-amp-hour batteries have thrown about 4,400 pounds of snow. And that's comparable to other performances on other days with different densities, but if you measure the density, you get about 4,500 to 5,500 pounds of snow thrown on a full charge of 5-amp-hour batteries. So we'll do that. It takes about 40 minutes. We'll be back out to finish it off.